Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is Be Unbelievable. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the leave-in cream and the hair butter. I just washed my hair. Like a minute ago it was super wet, but now it already feels dry. This is the thing when you have 4C hair. So I always air dry my hair, and I like to air dry my hair in twists. Usually I make like big chunky twists because the next day I unravel it and I wear a twist out. But now I want to wear the twist for like a couple of weeks as a protective styling. So I will try to make them as neat and small as possible. It is quite difficult to make like perfect sections by yourself. So I'm not even going to bother. I just make sections with my hands. And I will try to make the best of it. And I also prefer, avoid using a comb if it's not necessary. So my sections are like this. And if I will use a comb, it's like a comb like this, has wide teeth. And I'll use the back to make like sections. So I will do like this. I will not use the front. If you are by yourself and you really want to make the sections perfect, I recommend using like a mirror so you can see what is going on in the back. So the first thing I'm going to use is the moisturizing leave-in cream. And these products are part of a natural hair care kit. But the leave-in cream and the hair butter are the final styling products. So you rub it on your hands and then you apply it to the hair. And especially with 4C hair, our hair needs a lot of moisture. So after applying the leave-in cream, I also apply the hair butter. Just to make sure that I really lock in the moisture. So the hair butter looks like this, for the people who don't know. It's quite hard. You can also warm it up before, so it becomes like a soft consistency. If you don't want to warm it up before, I recommend adding it on your hand first and then to rub it. So in this way you can melt it as well. And then you apply it on the hair. After this, I'm going to start with the twists. So make sure to twist it all the way to the end. And then you move on to the next section. And try to do the beginning as tight as possible, so the twist cannot unravel. And twists are a very easy hairstyle, especially if you are a beginner. I recommend doing twists before you even start, with doing braids. Twists are the least frustrating. So that's a good thing. Just always make sure to take your time. You know, you don't want to rush it. If you rush it, then it becomes like a frustrating process, and that's something you want to avoid. I usually twist my hair, you know, while watching TV or listening to music. Just a tip, always have a water bottle handy because your hair will dry in between. So I always like to wet it a little bit before applying the product. Because keep in mind, your hair needs to be... And sometimes people ask, you know, how much you should be using on your hair, how much product. But it just really depends. You know, if you, for example, have short hair, you will use less product. If you have like longer hair, you will use more product. But also depends on how thick your hair is, you know, how much moisture your hair needs. So my advice is always apply as much as needed. So for the people who don't know how to twist, you just grab a section. And this section, I'll make sure your hair is free of any tangles. So you can just detangle it with your fingers. I recommend staying away from a brush or a comb if it's not needed. So then you split this part in two, and then all you do is twisting this part around the other part. Just make sure it is as tight as possible because you don't want it to unravel or to look like a mess after a couple of days. You see, you just go around, 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 and all the way till the end. And really make sure you twist all the way till the end. And then it should look like this. So guys, everything is basically the same process. So I'm going to finish a big part off camera, and then I will come back to do the last part together, and then we'll do a little recap. So see you guys soon. So the struggle was real. But I'm at the last part. So again, always make sure that your hair is wet. Then you apply first the leave-in cream. Just as much as needed. Make sure you moisture everything. Also the ends. And after that, you apply the hair butter. Don't forget to soften it up before applying it on your hair. And as you can tell, your hair will turn white. This is normal. Once your hair is dry, the white color will disappear, so you don't have to worry about that. So this is the end result, and this is how the back looks like. I hope it looks good, because I'm not doing it over. So you guys let me know. And all there is left right now is to trim the ends, because as you can tell, you know, I have dead ends. So I will trim them. I always recommend to learn to trim your ends yourself as well, because you know it's very beneficial, because I only go to the salon like once or twice a year, and in between I also trim my own ends, because you know, especially for retaining length, for hair growth, it's important to trim your lengths in time. So whenever you trim your ends yourself, I recommend using good scissors. Don't use the scissors from like the dollar store or from your child from kindergarten. You know, go at least to Sally's and pick up some decent scissors over there. And it's always easier to trim your ends whenever your hair is twisted, so you can clearly see, you know, where the dead part is, where you have to trim. I do have a video where I also show how to trim. I will post it in the description, so you can have a look over there. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to trim the ends, and I'm also going to oil my scalp. To oil my scalp, I'm going to use the anti-itch and a growth oil. And yeah, that's that. I hope you guys like the video. So this is, you know, a protective style. And again, to moisture your hair, I recommend using the leave-in cream and the hair butter. I will also post the products in the comment description. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I'm going to try to keep in these twists like 3-4 weeks. And I'll also make a video when I'm at the end, you know, before taking it out. And I'll also try to make another video where I show different hairstyles that you can do while wearing twists. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and till the next video.